with you a moment, if that's all right.
Certainly. I have been meaning to have a word with you as well. And there is no need for apprehension. You may speak freely with me anytime you like.
Thank you. I wanted to ask, are you really Sombron's daughter? I've been wondering ever since I heard you were a fell dragon.
I am. And there was another of his children, in my world, whose name was Veyle. According to Mavier, she was quite strict, but also very kind.
So there was another version of me in your world. What a peculiar feeling.
My feeling is that I am grateful fate has given us this opportunity to converse.
My siblings are gone. Well, all but one. I never dreamed I'd find another sister.
You consider me a sibling?
Of course I do. You may be from another world, but you're Papa's daughter, the same as me.
And friendship is not sufficient for you.
Do you not want to be my sister?
My heart is gladdened to hear your words, but my mind is not prepared to accept them. My Sombron is not your Papa, and Rafal has been my only sibling for a long time.
You're right. I put this on you very suddenly, didn't I? I'm sorry for getting overexcited. Let's forget about it for now and speak again another time. Hi, Nell. I'm sorry about before. I should have realized you might not see me as a sister. I was thinking it might help if we spent a little time together. I brought us something to eat.
A shared meal seems a fine way for us to kindle our friendship.
Great. I hope you don't mind if it's spicy.
I happen to enjoy a great deal of heat and salt in my food.
Oh, good. In that case, you're definitely going to enjoy this. I feel like everything's tasted better since I got here. I love sitting down to eat with everyone.
They have been very kind to me as well, even though I am a stranger from another world.
They're very welcoming. As a fellow Fell Dragon daughter, I want to do my part to welcome you here as well.
Thank you.
You said Rafal has been your only sibling for a long time. Hasn't that been lonely?
Certainly. I have felt the loss of each of my siblings over the years. I always wished that we could have been closer. But so much of our time was spent on survival. That meant envy and exploitation and betrayal. At times, it meant violence.
That's horrible.
That is why I am truly grateful to have the opportunity to spend time with you in peace. But it is also why the thought of accepting you as my sibling is accompanied by caution. For me, that type of relationship has been fraught with rivalry and with fear.
Does that mean you're afraid of me?
I do not feel threatened, because we are not siblings. We were never supposed to have met. Since we are free to define our relationship as we like, I would prefer to think of us as friends.
I see. Thank you for being honest with me about your feelings now. I'd like to do this again sometime, if it's all right with you. Now, can we talk?
This has the air of a serious matter.
I've given it some more thought, and I really would like us to be sisters.
Your feelings matter to me, Veyle. But I am perplexed by this sentiment. Friendship between us seems to be insufficient for you. Why?
I'm glad that we're friends. And for a while, I thought that might be enough. But when you talked about what happened with your other siblings, I began to feel differently. Sisters don't have to betray or hurt each other. Family doesn't have to be like that. Why can't we be the kind of sisters who spend our time chatting over good spicy food? Is that still too difficult for you?
It is not. Contrary to expectation, the thought of a different sort of family is a pleasant one. And if siblings can truly have such a relaxed and trusting relationship, perhaps I will reconsider.
Does that mean...
I am uncertain. The happiness of gaining a sister is accompanied by the dread of losing her. I would fear the collapse of our familial bond.
There's no way I could become your enemy now. Not ever. I'll always be on your side. Even if this war separates us by force, the time we spend together as a family is forever.
As a family?
That's right. I'll never forget the time I spend with my sister. And I'm sure you won't either. So if that thought brings you even a little bit of happiness, please do reconsider.
Very well.
Really? You mean it?
I too possess a yearning for a familial bond, and to care for those close to me. If this is your sincere wish, and if I have the power to grant it, then let it be so. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity, and your perseverance, sister.
Oh, thank you, Nell. Hearing you say that makes me happy beyond words.
I am also glad. I wonder if I should think of you as an older sister or a younger one.
Being from different worlds does make it really hard for us to know who was born first.
Based on our appearances, I think I must be the elder of us.
What? That can't be right. Look how much longer my hair is.
I do not see how the length of your hair is relevant to the issue. No matter. The coming centuries will provide us ample time to settle the debate.
That's true. I have that, and so much more to look forward to with my new sister.
The War Council is not for a while yet. I should find a way to fill the time. The weather is warm and lovely today. Perhaps I should simply relax and enjoy it. I must have dozed off. What is this roasted meat doing here? Did someone forget to eat? Unplanned naps seem to have become a habit of mine. Roasted meat sitting out upon the ground again. Mysterious. Surely the owner would have noticed 2 missing meals.
Okay, she's fast asleep. Secret snack, activate!
Stop right there.
Eek!
Princess of Solm. You are the one who has been leaving roasted meat in my presence.
What? No.
Then explain what you have there.
It's a fashion accessory. Anyway, sorry to bother you, bye!
Hold a moment, I only wanted to ask... No use. She is gone. How perplexing.
Sizzle and crackle on the heat. Nothing tastes better than roasted meat, yeah!
You are not easy to find, little princess.
Lady Nell!
I wish to discuss the food you have been leaving in front of me.
Guess there's no point hiding it. Yeah, that was me. Lately, you just look so tired. Whenever I walk past you, there you are, sleeping on the ground. I figured a good strong meal would put some pep back in your step.
Forgive me. It seems that my recent outdoor naps have caused you to worry. The concern is appreciated, but I still do not understand what role the meat is meant to play.
Food gives you energy, right? So, more food, more energy.
Perhaps that is true for your kind, but such things fail to put a pep in my step, as you say. So if that is your intention, I would recommend an alternative approach.
Whoa, I didn't even think of trying something else. Got any ideas? Hit me.
I rather enjoyed the song you were singing earlier. Perhaps you could continue that.
Ooh, sure. Which one? Facing snackwards? Meat on the wind? Bacon in my heart?
I did not realize there were so many. I am uncertain of the title. The choice is yours.
I can't believe you actually want to hear me sing! My time has finally come! You know, I can't decide. Why don't I just sing them all for you?
I would appreciate that. Such melancholy is uncharacteristic of you, Princess Timera.
Oh. Hey, Lady Nell.
Perhaps you should consider roasting up some meat. After all, your step requires pep.
You remembered! That's so sweet. The truth is, I'm feeling a little down about my singing lately.
Explain.
Some folks passed by while I was building a fire earlier. They said some stuff. What's that horrible sound? I think my ears are bleeding. That kind of thing.
Inexcusable.
Oh, that's not what bugged me. What bothered me was wondering if you also thought that stuff, but were too polite to say. Now I'm worried you're just putting up with my singing to be nice. Sorry, I'm a big dummy.
Indeed, you are a very large dummy.
What?
I cherish your singing with all my heart. Each song you sing is a special treasure that I will experience nowhere else. You must understand, we dragons live a very long time. Thousands of years.
I know.
Even the mind of a dragon is unable to retain the whole of such a lengthy interval of time. And so, many of our memories, beginning with the least noteworthy, fade away and are lost. That is why, to me, a memorable song is more valuable than any amount of singing skill. The recollection of your music will endure in my mind for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years.
Wow. That's quite a compliment, Lady Nell. Thank you.
Do you feel any better?
Oh yeah, loads better. Being down in the dumps really isn't my style anyway. Now, I gotta sing my heart out every time I see you. That way you'll never forget me.
There is no need to concern yourself about that. The memory of you is etched forever on my mind.
Good. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making up new songs. Oh, but I've got one for you now. I call it Riding the Flavor Wave. Ready to hear it?
Naturally.
Amazing. What a remarkable novel.
Hello, little prince. All finished reading?
Lady Nell, this is unexpected.
Is it? I have been eager for an opportunity to speak with you.
What about?
You are no doubt aware that I am a child of the fell dragon Sombron. Despite our differences in heritage, you are also a child of royalty. We have this in common. I never understood my father. I thought perhaps you could share some experiences with yours.
I've always wanted to be like my father, though there were times I failed to understand him too. He's always been considered a great king for his military might. That isn't how I'd like to rule.
Different ideologies, then.
You could say that. We occasionally butted heads over the future of Brodia.
Yet you were not sentenced to death for the defiance of your Lord Father. Why?
What do you mean, why? We don't execute people over simple disagreements in Brodia.
I see. Unlike your father, Lord Sombron preferred to silence all dissent with execution. To object to his decree was out of the question. To survive, there was no choice but to obey.
I can't even imagine living under such a vile dictatorship. I'm so sorry.
There is no need to apologize. That is all in the past for me now. Hearing of your experiences has taught me a great deal. I hope we will speak again soon.
Of course.
We meet again, little prince. Perhaps you will indulge me in conversation once more.
It would be my pleasure.
Your talk of Brodia piqued my interest. I wished to know more about your kingdom, so I took it upon myself to travel to the castle town and gather information.
You went all the way to Brodia Castle?
For a dragon, it is not far. Discretion was the greater challenge, but I did go unnoticed.
I'll take your word for it. What did you learn?
I heard much talk of the young Prince Diamant, who will someday become a splendid king. There seemed to be little doubt that his reign would be even greater than his father's. Perhaps it is strange for me to say, but it pleased me very much to hear these things.
Thank you, Lady Nell. But I really can't accept the compliment.
Explain.
It's nice to hear I have a good reputation, but imagine for argument's sake that I don't. Suppose that all you heard in your time at the castle was what a terrible king I'd make. If that was what everyone was saying, would you accept the rumor without question?
Certainly not. And I suppose you intend to say that such rumors cannot be assumed true.
Exactly. If you want to judge whether I'd be a good king, you should do it with your own eyes.
You are right. It was careless of me to make such an assumption.
I know you were only trying to be nice. I hope I didn't offend.
I took no offense. And what you said was precisely correct. But since you suggested it, I have indeed decided to take the measure of you myself. So be advised. These eyes will judge whether you have the makings of a worthy king.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Until then, Lady Nell, I will be sure to put my best foot forward. Hello again, Lady Nell.
Little Prince, I have been observing you carefully since last we spoke, and I have determined, based on what I have observed, that you will make a fine king indeed.
I am honored.
You possess great strength, both of body and mind. Your will and resolve are indomitable, and you have the ability to remain objective, even when placed under terrible stress. That is my assessment. Your kingdom will prosper during your reign.
That's very high praise. Thank you.
No thanks are needed. I merely spoke my mind.
Then let me speak my mind as well. Your kindness, wisdom, and tenacity are humbling. I've seen you throw yourself against strong foes and impossible odds to keep your friends safe.
I am a dragon. Our superior durability allows us such indulgences.
Not even the toughest dragon would step up to protect others without kindness of heart.
I suppose.
I've seen your compassion off the battlefield as well. You cherish all life. You even once replanted a roadside flower so it wouldn't be trampled.
I see that you have studied me quite closely.
It was only fair to return the favor. It's not easy being a fell dragon from another world, but somehow you make it look easy.
Thank you for the compliment. I did not realize you had been assessing me. You are even more interesting than I expected. Perhaps more observation is in order. You may possess more traits that I have yet to discover.
And you might retract some of that praise once you've dug up all my flaws. Until then, I'm happy to spend more time with you. I think we'll make great friends.
Lady Nell, would you like something to drink?
That will not be necessary.
How about something to eat? I brought some bread.
I am not hungry.
I suppose I can eat this later then. Perhaps you should get some rest.
Celestia,
What is it?
you have, of late, been fussing over me a great deal. Why?
Well, I was unable to protect you in a past battle. I don't want that to happen again. So I decided to stay by your side and keep you safe.
The sentiment is appreciated. But our relationship is no longer hierarchical. We now aid the Divine Dragon as equals. You served me well in our world. And I consider your duty in that regard fulfilled.
If that's how you feel, then I suppose I should do as I please from now on.
Very good. Then I bid you farewell. You are following me.
I hope you don't mind. This is what it pleases me to do. I want to stay by your side.
Celestia, I wonder if you have considered forging some new friendships.
New friendships? What do you mean?
I mean, creating bonds with additional people, thereby broadening your perspective.
Oh, if that's what you want, I'll do my best to follow your orders.
That was not a command.
For you, Lady Nell, I'll befriend hundreds of people. Whatever it takes to make you happy.
You are crying.
I'm so sorry. I tried to make friends, but I was unsuccessful.
Tell me what happened.
I'm not sure. I made an effort to try talking to many different people, but most of them ran away when they saw me coming. The rest kept talking about Zephyia and the Four Hounds, things I don't fully understand. The conversations got uncomfortable, and I couldn't tell them that I wanted to be friends. Do you think it's because I'm a mage dragon? Perhaps it's too hard for people to accept us.
No. We dragons can certainly form close bonds with the little ones. The Divine Dragon demonstrates that fact time and time again, and there is no reason you cannot do the same.
That's true. But then...
If you are apprehensive, then perhaps I should accompany you as you make your efforts.
Would you? I would greatly enjoy an outing with you.
Very well. Then it shall be so.
Yes! Lady Nell, I went to town today and talked with everyone again.
And forged a number of new friendships, by the sound of it.
I did! And it's all thanks to you.
I merely helped to remind you of the courage you already possess. It seems you require no further assistance from me in this matter.
Actually, there is still something else I was hoping you could help me with. I know this is probably out of line and too bold of me, but... Lady Nell, would you forge a friendship with me?
I must decline.
What? You don't want to be my friend? I knew it! You hate me!
Of course not. Please do not misunderstand.
What do you mean?
I apologize for my brisk tone. It is merely the way I am accustomed to speaking. I must decline to forge a new friendship with you, because we already have an existing one.
Oh, we're already friends? That's wonderful.
You are crying.
Because what you said just made me so happy. Wait, am I dreaming? I must be dreaming.
You are not dreaming, Celestia. And without a doubt, you are my dearest friend.
Your dearest friend? I'm honored, Lady Nell. You are my best friend as well. I want to stay by your side as your best friend forever. Please, let me attend you going forward.
What?
Are you thirsty? Would you like something to eat, perhaps?
Our dialogue appears to have come full circle.
I can't imagine anything more wonderful than to be by your side as a friend, Lady Nell.
If it pleases you this much, then it cannot fail to please me. I am glad beyond words for our friendship.
Sister?
Something has upset you, Rafal. What is it?
Is it not obvious? Already you are throwing yourself to the front lines. You have not yet fully recovered. Allow me to fight at the front instead.
Your concern is appreciated. But with the Dragonstone you gave me, it is unfounded. My ability to transform is no less than it was prior to the shattering of my own stone.
That is true enough.
Moreover, as you know, my new stone was empowered directly by the emblems. It is a piece of that which imparted to you your own power to transform.
Yes. We were fortunate that the Dragonstone yielded by the emblems was exceptionally large. That is why I was able to split the stone into 4 pieces and give 2 of them to you. I was initially concerned that the split would reduce potency, but that has not been the case.
Indeed. So there is no reason for you to be concerned about me.
I will accept that. If you promise to call upon me the moment you are in danger.
Thank you. Should such a moment come, I will do so.
And I will be there.
Rafal,
Yes?
I am concerned about your wound. You were reckless about protecting me in the last battle. One misstep and that cut could have been fatal. Is it healing properly, at least?
It is, thank you. And yes, I am told that if the slash were slightly to the right, I would be dead. I was healed with a staff, but evidently there will be permanent scarring nevertheless.
This is entirely my fault.
A scar is a small price to pay for the opportunity to protect you. I would do it again.
Please refrain. I beg of you. You cannot possibly think that I would be pleased to see you sacrifice your life, do you?
No, I do not. Even so, I cannot bear the thought of you being hurt again.
I understand how you feel, but I do not understand why you must be so...
I watched over you for 1,000 years after you sacrificed yourself for my sake. I spent every waking moment of that time keenly aware of the depths of my foolishness. A fear that you would never wake held me constantly in its grasp. It nearly drove me mad.
Rafal,
Hear me. I will do anything not to lose you again. Protecting you is all I care about. Whatever may become of me, I am prepared to accept. And if you truly understand how I feel, that is all I need say. Now, I will take my leave.
wait, please, listen. How can I make you understand?
I see that your injuries have been treated. Good.
You have been waiting all the while. I apologize for taking up so much of your time.
The time is irrelevant. That hit, on the other hand, was meant for me. And you stole it. I said I would protect you no matter what becomes of me. Do my words mean so little? If your aim is to trample my heart, then so be it. But do not make yourself a martyr.
The shoe appears to have found its way to the other foot.
No!
I understand you are angry. But now you will hear me. The 1,000 years you spent in Watch passed me by in an instant. In our native world, we were never truly twins. One might say it is because we could not be twins that we fought against each other.
What is your point?
Now, in this world, everything has changed. We share a Dragonstone. Do you not see? That makes us true and equal halves of a whole. And if that is so, then your protection of me cannot be one-sided. If your wish is to protect me, and not to be protected in turn, then we will never be equal. If we are two halves of a whole, then I must protect you as well. Your pain is my pain, and your joy is my joy, and your fear and your hardship are mine also. So do not tell me ever again that what becomes of you is irrelevant.
You are absolutely right. Please, pardon me for my arrogance. I have allowed my fear of losing you to govern my entire relationship with you. That is wrong. We are indeed equals, halves of a whole. I beg you, forgive my impudence.
There is nothing to forgive. All that you have said and done has been out of love.
How is your wound? Tell me truly.
It is likely to remain with me forever. Yours?
The same, for the rest of my life.
Twins with matching scars.
No need to be so happy about it.
On the contrary, this scar is proof that I have been a shield for my brother.
You are impossible. There is no competing with you.
A laugh now. And a smile as well. This day will live forever in my memory.
Smile? Never. You must have imagined it.
You cannot fool me, Rafal. It is impossible.
Why? Because we are two halves of a whole?
Precisely.
My mind is your mind, I suppose. Let it always be so, dear sister.
Indeed.
Hey, Nell. How are you feeling? Having any trouble adjusting or anything?
I have had no difficulty. And I feel the same as I felt prior to my slumber.
I'm glad to hear that. All the same, I hope you'll come to me if there's anything you need.
Before we arrived here, Rafal informed me of the circumstances which allowed me to awaken. You had a notion of how to wake me, but you could not be assured of success. And yet you pondered whether I would come, as if to take that success as given. Why?
You're right. I didn't know for sure. I guess I just believed it.
Explain.
I chose to have faith that we'd meet again, Nell. No matter how long it took.
I see. You truly are possessed of a virtuous nature, Divine One. I only hope that your gentle disposition does not cause you to trust others unduly. Farewell.
I guess I should be used to the lectures by now. Even so, it's good to see her in high spirits. Never change now.
Divine One, before you retire to your chambers, a word.
Uh-oh. What did I do this time?
It is so very like you not to know. I noticed your efforts to shield me from harm in the last battle, and I am appreciative. In doing so, however, you sustained an injury.
So you noticed. I did take a hit, but it was nothing serious.
Even a superficial wound can be quite painful. Allow me to treat it.
Oh, thank you.
A certain other divine dragon I knew was also nonchalant about injuries, and always quick with empathy. The focus was always outward, on the well-being of others. As the irreplaceable centerpiece of this army, you must be more mindful of your condition.
I get it. I'm sorry. I'll be more careful.
It is easy to speak the words of such an oath. Harder to support the words with action.
You never let up, do you? You know, Nell, I've been meaning to ask. How similar am I to the divine dragon you knew in your world?
Why the sudden interest?
I've actually been wondering for a while. When you saved my life back in your world, you said that you couldn't bear to lose me. Does that mean... to you, am I... When you look at me, are you actually seeing the divine dragon you knew before?
The wound is clean, and it is healing nicely. You should take this day to rest and recover. Farewell for now.
Thanks, Nell. I will. Good night.
Divine One, I am pleased to see that you are taking your rest where you can find it.
I had some spare time, so I thought I'd follow your advice and take it easy for a change. I only wish I had the luxury all the time.
To be so at peace that you could fall asleep at any moment. That is happiness. Many fail to appreciate it while they have it. And you work tirelessly to achieve it for others. That is why you have my respect.
Respect? Okay, where is Nell, and what have you done with her?
Do not be so taken aback. It is true, and it ought not to be such a surprise. Perhaps I have hidden it better than I thought.
Maybe a little bit.
I believe I have an answer to the question you asked me previously. In truth, I have known the answer for some time. I was merely unable to find the words.
Don't worry. I understand. Now that you have an answer, though, I'd like to hear it. Do you actually think of me as the same divine dragon you knew before?
I do not. You may have the same name and similar eyes, but you are distinct and unique. When I stand beside you, in or out of battle, I see only this. Here and now, it is you I wish to protect. And it will be your enemies I destroy.
I'm relieved to hear you say that. Thank you. That devotion goes both ways, you know. I want to protect you, too. I don't want to lose you again.
Those words are complicated for me to hear, Divine One. Nevertheless, consider them to be engraved upon my heart. Let us fight to hold on to what has become so dear to the both of us. Divine One, before you proceed to battle, allow me to assist you with any preparations.
I appreciate that, Nell. I'm actually all set, but it'd be great if you could check on the others.
I see.
What's wrong?
Apologies. My offer of assistance was merely an excuse to be near you. I am concerned.
Talk to me. Maybe I can help.
Not only have I seen you endure battle after battle, but now you have faced death itself. This war has no doubt taken its toll upon your body and mind. Tell me how you are feeling.
I'm okay. Really. I'm as tired as you'd expect. But it hasn't slowed me down too much. Overall, if anything, I'm feeling stronger than I've ever felt before. That's not just me being the 13th emblem. It's thanks to my friends. Especially you.
If I did not know better, I would attribute your remarkable strength to divine dragon blood. Imagine my surprise when I learned that you were actually born of fell dragon child. That said, though we are not family, we share a heritage. And I am glad for that.
I'm flattered to hear you say so.
It is my intention to remain by your side for as long as I can, even after the fighting is done. It is my wish to remain your companion, and to bear witness to the world of peace you create.
There's no one I'd rather have by my side for that. I can't imagine my life without you, Nell. That's why I've been wanting to give you this.
Divine One, is this...
The Pact Ring. I'd like it to be a symbol of our shared future. Will you accept? If you'd said you thought of me as the same person you once knew, I wouldn't feel this way. But you said that you only see me. This version of me. Here and now. I'll never be a substitute for the divine dragon you used to know. But as my own person, I can love you just as much. I hope you feel the same.
I do, Divine One. And I am deeply moved by your words. Forgive me. This is not an occasion for tears. But as you can see, I am smiling, and I will gladly accept this ring.
I can't tell you how happy that makes me.
Now that the pact is sealed, allow me to express my feelings to you without reservation. My fondness for you grows each and every day. I love you.